Hi, this is David Smith from Film, Video and Virtual Reality Electronic Magazine, e-magazine. And what I wanted to do today is just compare some of my cameras, which range quite a deal in terms of cost and supposed technical expertise, and just put them together on a rig in my car, drive around the block and see how the pictures compared. So I've set up a simple rig, just a bar with a cross brace and a tripod which can be mounted in the back seat of my convertible car and give me a really nice view out of the front. The four cameras I've chosen are my Pentax K5-II with a very good Sigma 10 to 20mm wide angle lens, beautiful lens. That's valued at about $1,800, the rig. This one next to it is the little tiny Sony VX-3000, which is working in 4K mode. The Pentax is working in full HD mode because it doesn't do 4K, but the little tiny Sony, which is worth about $550, is working in 4K mode. Then I've got my smartphone over here, my Samsung Galaxy S5, working in 4K mode, and it's an excellent camera as well. And then the miracle camera of the lot is this little one here, which is a Kogan 4K camera. And the little Kogan cost me $45 online, and it's working at 4K as well. So we've got Samsung Galaxy, Kogan, Sony X3000 all working at 4K resolution, and the Pentax K5-II working at full HD 2K resolution. So what I did was simply mount these in the car, go for a drive around the block, and then put all the shots together on a common screen, a split screen with four images, and we'll just see how they compare. The images are pretty much straight out of the camera, so it's a very interesting comparison between cameras ranging from $45 for the Kogan through $550 or $600 for the Sony, up to about almost $2,000 for the Pentax at full HD. So let's have a look and see how it works. Okay, so I've got the tracks all laid up in Vegas, and you can see here we've got the Sony fairly wide angle lens here. It's almost a 180-degree lens, a bit narrower on the Kogan, much the same on the Galaxy phone, and again similar on the Pentax. The biggest difference immediately is the colour difference. You can see the quite orange tone to the car's yellow paint in the Kogan image, whereas these are yellow, bright yellow in the Sony. Good colour definition in the Sony, and pretty accurate in both of the Galaxy and the Pentax. Probably the Pentax and the Sony are the best two images. Sharpness wise, there's strangely not a lot in it. The three 4K images are all very good, including the Kogan, and the Pentax is actually quite pleasing to the eye. It's full high definition and it's very good optics in the camera, so at least in this way it's keeping up with the 4K cameras. You can see the sky colours vary quite a bit, and the Pentax is obviously hunting a little bit to find the right exposure. It's set on a fixed aperture based on the very first shot, and so it gets quite dark under the shade. The others were set to auto aperture. So here's the Pentax full frame, and you can see that it's a very good image. It's also got this problem of it's a bad setting on my part. I actually set it up to be fixed aperture based on the first shot, and so it's varying as you go in and out of shade. That's my fault. But the colour's good, the sky looks fantastic, the green trees, and the detail. You can see the detail of the wires in the power lines overhead, and also look at the detail on the windscreen wipers and so on, and the instrument panel. You can see enough detail to be pretty confident this is a good image. And this is full HD on the Pentax. Now we'll switch to the Sony, and you can see, apart from the exposure difference, it's constant exposure. It's adjusting well to the variations in light. It's a nice, bright, quite contrasty image. Not quite as rich colour, but then it's a tiny camera. It still works really well. The detail's fine. You can see fine detail in the windscreen wipers again, and also the power lines overhead are well resolved. It's an image stabilised camera, so it's actually doing a pretty darn good job of ironing out the bumps. So that's a pretty impressive look there. And now we switch to the $45 Kogan camera, and you can see there's a little bit of fuzziness around sharp edges. The colour is slightly off natural, as I mentioned. The detail's pretty remarkable for a camera of this ridiculously cheap price. And you can see that if you were going to use this camera in difficult situations, such as in a car, under a car, in the water, it comes with a pressure housing to 30 metres, so you can take it scuba diving with yourself perfectly happily. And if the camera was to get damaged, it's not likely. And if the camera was to get damaged, it's not like you're losing, $1,000 or more in money. And so if the camera gets damaged, it's not a major loss. You've just lost $45. You can go and buy another one. In fact, this means, of course, for a couple of $100 you could buy 4 of them and put them all around the car or all around the boat or wherever you choose. It's a remarkable achievement to get a camera that size with all of the accessories that come with it for this ridiculous price. And there's the Galaxy smartphone on full resolution, and you can see it's also shaping up remarkably well for such a tiny lens and a tiny sensor. It's perfectly acceptable for a whole range of uses. Even the stop sign seems clear. So as our little test has shown, the Pentax camera is extremely good for its purposes. Even though it's only full HD, it's still very, very good optics and works really well. The little Sony is a fantastic little camera, the VX-3000 4K. A brilliant camera with wonderful optics and superb balanced optical image stabilisation, but it's $550 to buy. So the surprising camera of the whole bunch would seem to be the Kogan 4K, which comes with a beautifully made waterproof housing, safe to 30 metres or more, a full menu system, menu buttons, it's got USB, micro USB and HDMI connectors on the side, and it has a functioning viewfinder, which does turn off to save power if you want it to, but you get your full range of options, which can do slow motion, fast motion, still photography as well, and it's remarkable for that crazy price of $45.